What is baseball? It's row ball, man, with the GG era of Indian cricket. How
Huh.
did Rohit Sharma and co did that? And Akash, let's start with the most important thing. Why
Yeah,
should people care about an India-Bangladesh test match all of a sudden?
it's a great question. Why you should care is because we've got something known as the WTC, the World Test Championship.
Yes,
And
sir.
that's if you guys don't know what the World Test Championship is by now it's the World Cup for Test match cricket, and it takes upon years. It takes a couple of years, and we're gonna have a game, and that's gonna be the two best cricketing nations, two best Test cricketing nations, and man, India. This is the why you guys have to know about this. India's got 8 more games left for pretty much until the end of this year.
Yes.
And India only needs to win 3 out of those 8 games. 3 out of 8. That's it. Just 3 out of 8. And we've got 5 games happening at the end of this year, happening in Australia. The notorious Border Gavaskar Trophy. That's going to be incredibly
Heated.
tough, heated, tough, whatever. We're going to be covering that also. But
Yes.
my God, there are 3 games happening in New Zealand, happening against New Zealand
Against New Zealand.
yeah, against New Zealand and India. And if India sweeps that, done. They don't have to worry anything about what's going to happen in Australia.
Yeah. And
So,
this is all going to be possible because of this win. Because if
yep.
India had drawn this game with the, or sorry, drew, my English has gone a bit Bangladeshi.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I've been hearing too much the meme Iqbal on the commentary these days.
Bro.
So I feel like the point is, right, if you don't win this game and we've won the Bangladesh series 1-0, then we'd
Yeah.
have to win 4 out of the next 8, which is
Yeah.
fine because when you're going to Australia, you want to win the series anyway. But
Mhm.
the New Zealand is not a 3-0 guaranteed. Yes, they just lost to Sri Lanka, but they're a very good team and they tend to do better in India. So, and weather is an issue. So, if you're looking at a 1-0, 2-0 victory, that means in Australia, you need to win the series or at least win 2 matches, which may not be so easy.
Yep.
We have done it in the last 2 series, so we are confident. But rather than putting that pressure at the very end, if you
Yeah.
can just finish it right now, it makes you
Yeah.
fearless to just go there and express yourselves.
Exactly. And oh my God, you said express yourself. Such a cliche. But okay, fine. But that's what I was gonna say. We have still probably the greatest captain, maybe in India's history.
Okay.
I think there's a very, very strong argument now for it. Um, one of the greatest captains, I'll put it at that at least, okay, in
Yes,
Indian
for sure.
history, who's coming out here and just playing for a bloody win every single time. And they're not taking anything less. So that's why
And
um,
they could play for averages, stat padding against Bangladesh, get a few
yep.
centuries. Rohit just comes out, he's like, no, I don't care if we get all out for 100 runs. We're going to go and hit every ball. Hits the
Yep.
first 2 balls for 2 sixes in a test match. Who does that?
Yeah,
Even today.
exactly. Yeah. Crazy, crazy stuff. Rohit's just showing so much intent. The bowlers, man. I mean, the series belongs to just India's bowling, the bowling of Ashwin, the batting of Ashwin also crazy good. Jadeja coming in and just doing his work also. Um,
Highlight is
the
Akash Deep, though.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Akashdeep, he seems like the real deal. I think so, right? Yeah,
He
very
is.
good temperament. I think very, 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 very solid performance from him, and a good find for India because knowing what's coming in the future, at the end of this year with in Australia, we're gonna need some extra pacers. There's
Yes.
gonna be injuries happening, so making sure that you have reserve players, if anything, or at least people who might be sitting on the bench maybe for the first few games. Uh, they're there and they're ready and have some good cricket under
Exactly.
them. So
Exactly.
should be good. But man,
That was some
player
batting, man.
player of the match for this last test match was Yashasvi Jaiswal. Bro, he's on another level, right?
He has. I mean, he just came out. He's like, yeah, I'll just hit 3 fours in a row. I'll hit a 4 through covers, then I'll hit a 4 straight. Then I hit a 6 over covers, just standing and delivering. And for those who didn't maybe follow, India broke the world record for fastest 50, fastest 100, fastest 150, fastest 200, and fastest 250 in Test match history. It was insane. You had 7 fielders from Bangladesh on the boundary. Now, for those of you wondering why 7, in Test match cricket, there's a rule that says you can have as many outside the circle as you want. You can have all 9 fielders except the keeper and the bowler on the fence. It's fine. But to get 7 of them within the first 15 overs of a Test match, that is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. It's almost unheard of in modern day, going this quickly. But I think also India needed to go this quickly. They had, if they're gonna go for the win, they had to do something. And that last day, when we're looking at the second Test match, the best way to kind of sum it up was a Bangladeshi massacre. Almost, it was just, they just self-destructed almost. I think
Yeah.
the pitch was definitely in the favor of India. India was bowling well, but man, there was just too many wickets and too quickly it happened. No one can really establish a partnership with each other.
Jadeja comes in and the first ball, their captain Shanto goes for a reverse sweep on the ball that's pitching straight in
Yep,
line. Then Shakib goes down the track and gets caught.
yep,
Um, and the last wicket was Mushfiqur.
yep,
Last ball before lunch, you're on 30. You're facing Jasprit Bumrah and you're going for a booming drive against him.
yep,
I mean, also, like you said, like the pitch was helping, but the pitch wasn't that great.
yeah,
Just remember that the whole reason this game happened the way it did was because basically day one, most of day one, full day two and day three were rained out. You
yep,
came out with just 2 days for a full test match,
hmm,
and there was nothing in the wicket because no one had played on it.
yep,
And these guys came in, and somehow Bumrah, Akashdeep, even Siraj, and like you said, all our bowlers just came together to get them all out for 200 in each innings, which,
yep,
let's be honest, was way low compared to the par score on a pitch like this. Like when we played, we scored 285. Many people who will see this score line will be shocked that why was India 9 down for 285? What they
there's
don't know
a
is
lot of context.
a lot of context. Because
Yeah,
again, to win this game, normally what a team would do is, oh, let's get the team out. Then we'll go and bat for 100 overs, score 400, 500 runs, and use the remaining 50 overs to try and get them out for an innings win.
yeah,
Rohit just decided, why waste that time? We're going to go as long as we just level the first innings, forget it, put it on the second innings, and give the onus on them to get a result.
yeah.
Because the moment they start defending on this pitch, they are gone, and that's exactly what happened.
Exactly, man. It's beautiful, beautiful victory and a very much more entertaining series than I thought it was going to be. So I'm happy about that. But now it comes to this kind of decision time now for India to really make sure that they can sweep this series. Don't have to worry about the World Test Championship. So they're almost going into this Australia series at the end of the year almost without any burden, without anything. They can
Exactly.
just, as play as freely as possible.
Fearless.
So just play fearless cricket and just honestly look for just pride and making sure that they could retain the trophy again.
Exactly.
So
Yes,
we
sir.
will,
Hat trick.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. That would be huge and almost unheard of in history. So, yeah, we'll have to see whether India probably going to go with the same approach, and let's see what happens now in this New Zealand series. Because
Absolutely.
if they figure this one out and sweep it, that's it. It's game over. Yeah,
And I would just say, guys, even if you don't watch Test cricket, I think you're not going to get a better summer than this to get into this game. Test
yep,
cricket is changing. It is still the best format. It is true cricket. Just watch it. It is insane.
yep,
We leave
yeah.
you at that.
If you're gonna watch anything, like honestly, just watch Border Golf. It's good because there's always something entertaining happening every over.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, okay. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. See ya.